Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel. This is actually the fourth time I'm trying to record this video because I just keep ending up going on a tangent towards this woman that we're going to be looking at today, because this person, well, she seems to be a person who, if you don't agree with her opinion, she will call you every ism under the sun. But she's also sick of seeing Johnny Depp's face all over London. And as you can see, she's actually put down there, it's an opinion piece, but it's actually a hit piece. Because these people think that they can just go around and say, well, I'm going to write this article, but it's my opinion. But when, in your opinion, you just actively start attacking someone, that is not an opinion. That's a hit piece. So, she's saying that she's sick of seeing his face all over London. She also calls herself the entertainment reporter for the Metro, but she actually gets things wrong in this about the entertainment world. And it's kind of funny because when you look at what she's written and everything else, you could see that she is the type of person to be, I'm going to go on the person who, even if they are wrong, but she's a woman, I'm going to stick with them because I'm a narcissistic person myself. But as you can see, there's a lot of things going on about someone having temper tantrums. Jude Law is all of this. Now that's a transformation. And you could see that she's literally just done this Johnny Depp article just so she can get the likes and the clicks. But let's just say her Twitter account, where she posted this, the majority of it is literally saying, actually, Kitty, you're wrong. But on her commute to work last week, she noticed Johnny Depp's face blown up on not one, but 3 bus stop adverts. Oh no, I saw his face on 3 bus stop adverts. How more? I must keep looking. I must take a photo. Oh my god. Yeah. Kitty, if it bothered you so much, just look at your phone. Just look out the window the other side. You haven't got a look, have you? A Black Mirror moment was 2 hair-raising to pass by. It's not a Black Mirror moment. It's called advertising. And it wouldn't surprise me if, again, with Kitty living in London, with the bus stops, they're all on the same advert cycle. She knows this. But again, no, she just wants to point it out there that, oh my god, London, I thought you were better than that. Yeah. A city where the crime rate is high and you also got horrible things going on. Since I took that photo, I realised I had been seeing his face everywhere and I hate it. Okay, opinion now turning into a hate piece and a hit piece. In case you've been living under a rock, Depp is the face of Dior Sauvage perfume and has been since 2015. But so is Mbappe, the footballer. As you can see right by there, he's come to the creations by Kim Jones, artistic director for Dior's men collection, as well as to the Sauvage fragrance. Mbappe is with them, and there's actually other people as well. She doesn't put that in here, does she? Because again, she's like, I'm just going to attack one person. The thing is, perfume adverts sell a mood and an aspirational fantasy for consumers. Sauvage literally translates to wild and savage in English. She literally had to put that down. But I don't think anything about Depp, and especially not his wild side, is aspirational. This isn't a call for Depp to be cancelled. No, you started that in 2016, Kitty, with all the other people who lied and put out bogus information, which you still are with this article. You know, there's always going to be people who support him, regardless of his misogynistic past comments and alleged actions. See, she has to put that now because she knows if she put down his past comments and actions, she could be sued for it. That's just the world we live in, and cancelling him would make him a martyr for them. And by the way, that's the photo she took. Yeah. 3 bus stops. Oh no. Whatever will I do? I know. Look out the other window. Look at your phone. Read a book. The problem here is about Dior still pushing him onto the world as a sex symbol, something for women to desire and men to mimic, even after what has been said about him. No, I see his face for Dior or whatever. I don't see Johnny Depp, I see Jack Sparrow. Which I think a lot of people do. A lot of people who are around my age and a little bit older, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, we could have seen him in Edward Scissorhands. There's so many films where this guy is being, where Literally. So many people have said good things about him. Remember, you had Paul Baresi, the private investigator, who went around the world and he couldn't find a single person who said anything extremely negative about him. And by the way, that investigator was hired by Amber Heard. But he found stuff on Amber Heard though, didn't he? You know, this is the problem. Again, they don't want you to know about all that kind of stuff because they're like, oh no, that goes against my narrative. All this to say, I'm sick to death of seeing Johnny Depp's Dior pimped face all over London, or on TV, or anywhere, really. If you're not in the loop about why Depp being aspirational is problematic, let me give you a rundown. Now she goes into the, obviously the court cases, which we're not going to go over because we know exactly how they turned out. But then it goes on by here. Long story short, their extremely unsexy and downright disturbing relationship played out on the world stage of both parties painting the other as a monster. Now it's going into the text messages, where, you know, he was saying all of this. But again, remember, she's the one who said he did all this horrible stuff. Not once was any police or anything involved. But with him, he went to hospital, there's hospital records, there's everything. Why didn't she go if she wanted to do this? You know? Then it goes on as well by here about how wild indeed. Thank goodness Dior is stuck by the face of Savage. Wild masculinity in Depp, their poster boy, I mean man, since 2015. Now it's going on about school kids. She's trying to drag in now the adolescents, being like, well, kids can see this. Okay, if they see it, they're going to see Jack Sparrow. That's all they're going to see. They're not going to be like, oh, I need to look up what he said to someone. This kitty woman, she really has no idea what she wants to put in this opinion piece. It's nothing but just an attack on Johnny Depp, which it is. And it going on about, obviously, the schoolgirls will look up to him and flashes of their partner. Oh, it's going to, instead of being horrible people, it's like, oh, that's how it's got to be a man. No, again, she's trying to use things to sway people. And it goes on about, obviously, that when he won the trial, his markability and image improved dramatically. Because everyone saw the evidence. They don't like to go on and say, yeah, all the evidence against her was actually damning and it showed how bad of a person she actually is. They're not going to say that. This kitty woman is not going to say that at all. But when the thing is going on, they're saying about, oh, you know, the text messages alone should have been enough for cut ties with Dior and Depp. Then obviously Variety, but they've just signed a 20 mil extension. This one we come by here. Remember now, this woman, she is, as it says at the top by here, she's the entertainment reporter. Okay? Entertainment reporter. Dior aren't the only one sticking by Depp. Now he's getting 7-minute standing ovations at Cannes for a film he starred in last year called John Du Barry. He's also set to direct a new film called Modi, which apparently stars Robert De Niro. So, we got it by here. Modi, alright, 72-hour whirlwind through the streets of Paris, Italian bohemian artist, attempts to outmaneuver bombs, police, girlfriends, and all this. Directed by Johnny Depp. Oh, Al Pacino? I thought she said that it was Robert De Niro. An entertainment reporter gets something mixed up which she's supposedly going to know and look up. Yeah, it apparently stars Robert De Niro. This is the type of person who she will just put out things, and, you know, it says by here as well, you know, she watches rubbish reality TV, and she can always guess the murderer in detective shows. That's because she's a narcissistic person like AH. Those type of people, more than likely, know the traits. That's why she can pick them out. But it goes on by here as well, towards the end, it says about that she's reportedly hiding in Spain. We have got a video on that coming out in the next day or so, so be on the lookout for that one. But it says, just because he won his defamation case, it doesn't mean he is not without fault. Many horrific moments in this trial showed this. But you're not saying anything bad about her though, are you? Come on, Kitty. It works both ways. But it's just by here. Even if Depp never touched a hair on her head. Never touched a hair on her head. To me, this just shows that this person, she just wants to she just wants to attack Johnny Depp. That is literally it. And with that, it's kind of sad because these newspapers and everything else are giving people like this kitty, who can't even do her actual job correctly because she gets names mixed up, of, well, let's face it, two of the greatest actors ever, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. She'll probably say, oh, I don't know old movie stars. That's probably what she'd be like. But if we actually go to her Twitter account, and as you can see, she's got a few things here. When you see things, the one about the Johnny Depp obviously is going to have the most comments and views. We got that one by there, you got all of these. But it's kind of interesting. Again, you got this one right here, new Who Trolled Amber story from a couple of months ago. But if we actually go into this post where she's put it down, nearly the majority of it is everyone against her. Because everyone is like, you know what, this is what's happened. But this person here, Lucy Brown, Queen, for all the naysayers, give this podcast by these a go, it'll open your eyes. No, it doesn't. Because I find it interesting that these type of people, 2 years after the trial, they are now cutting up the trial and cutting up things to make themselves look better. They're trying to make it be like, if we do it like this, then this person will think this never really happened. And you got people like on this podcast and this kitty person where they're going on and saying that everything was manipulated online, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere. People was watching it. It was the most watched trial in history. Billions of people watched it. But the people who are arguing for AH, a lot of them never actually watched the trial. And they've even come out and said that themselves on Twitter. And remember, now a lot of the people on Twitter who do support AH, it's actually them behind multiple accounts, which again, we've all gone over. So many of us have. We live streamed the trial and we had lawyers, we had actual DV victims on, we had everything. And they were all like, she is a horrible person and she is manipulating things. But again, no, people like Who Trolled Amber and all this kind of stuff, they don't want to know that. They've been paid. You can tell they've been paid as well, because they just done a little get-together in the London bookstore where I think like 10 people turned up. Which are probably like the thousands of people who got all the accounts. But that's what we got there, guys. I'm going to leave it for you. Let us know what you think about this down below. I do think it's kind of sad that people are still going to be doing these hit pieces on him. But have you noticed that a lot of people, when they put out articles about AH, they're not hit pieces? They're actual journalistic integrity into them. But with these kind of people, all they know what to do is just hate and just spout nonsense. Let me know what you think about this down below, guys, and I'll see you very soon.